Hello guys, welcome to Aslan Live. We're going to talk about our defeat against the Royal Union. What is it about to say about the game? It was a very weak game. We have so many injuries, we can't blame it on that. Of course, it was a horrible referee, I will talk about him later. In overall, it was a very bad game. We struggled to have established play high up on the pitch. We often tried to play it out with Uğurcan Çakır, Abdul Kerim, Davinson Sanchez, but we couldn't take the possession higher up on the field. Royal Union didn't seem to struggle at all. With the ball, without the ball, they were so confident. When you have a player like Mauro Icardi, İlkay Gündoğan, Gabriel Sara, Leroy Sané, you will struggle in the high pressure if you are trying to press at all. And we did that today. We struggled a lot. Also, I think İlkay Gündoğan had a terrible game, to be honest. He's a player I absolutely admire, but today he was not good at all. We saw it against the Gençlerbirliği game also, that yes, he changed the game, İlkay Gündoğan, but he struggled a lot in that game. It wasn't the İlkay that we know. He struggled with the tempo. He struggled in the pressure. It was easy to play him out. On the goal we conceded, he couldn't follow his man. It's just a sad game, when you're winning against Liverpool at home and then you're losing against the Royal Union. It's not a bad team, but yeah. Yeah, it was a hard game. Salah struggled as a fullback. I think Davinson Sanchez and Abdul Kerim did okay in the first half. Struggled more in the second half. Yeah, it was a sad game, and I think Lucas Torreira played a very, very good game. He was our best player in my eyes, Lucas Torreira. Won all the second balls, won all the 50-50s he was into almost, and was so good with the ball. Yeah, it was just, when you have a player like Icardi, you need to feed him. You need to feed him all the time, and today was not a day where we were able to have possession high up on the pitch to involve a player like Mauro Icardi in their box, to involve Barış Alper and Leroy Sané higher up on the pitch. Again, İlkay Gündoğan, he disappointed me very much in this game. Gabriel Sara had an okay game. He had a good shot on the post, but that happened after İlkay Gündoğan won the ball high up on the pitch, but we didn't do that often enough because we were not good enough to do it. Again, Royal Union was so confident to play out and keep the possession. Especially in the first half, they played a lot behind our left side, on Jakobs, behind Jakobs and Abdul Kerim's back. So, yeah. And it doesn't help when Jakobs is getting injured early in the second half. He probably played with a lot of pain today. Jakobs. We are missing Singo, Lemina. Lemina would have been so important in this game. We don't have a player like Lemina. No one in this team can replace Mario Lemina. He's the only midfielder player we have who can win those duels, be that physical player. Early in the first half, I don't know if you guys remember it, but Torreira, Ilkay, and Gabriel Sara, all of them lost their 50-50s and they just run through our midfielder so easy. Instead, when you have a player like Lemina, he can stop that and we can counter-attack on our fast players like Leroy Sané and Baris Alper. And we need to talk about the referee as well. I think it was horrible, the referee. I think Promise David, the striker that scored for Royal Union, should have get sent off when he stamped on Ujan Chako's foot. For me, that's a clear second yellow card. He doesn't take that, but he takes Arda Unyai's second yellow. Of course, that's a yellow card as well. But to not give Royal Union that second yellow card is for me insane. And not only that, he stopped the play all the time when their player was down with an injury because he lay down so many times. It was so clear that the Royal Union's number 30 was wasting time. Yet the referee is stopping the game when he's down on the field. I can't understand it. It's just incredible. The 50-50s he gave to Royal Union. For example, the situation where Abdul Karim was down, he gave free kick to them. The referee destroyed our momentum time after time. I don't want to totally blame the referee. It's not because of that we lost the game. Today we struggle with other things, and I'm disappointed in that sense because yes, our bench was one of the weakest benches I ever seen in Galatasaray, but our 11 was okay. Yes, we missed Singo, Lemina, Osimhen, of course Osimhen. He is so important. Yunus Akgün. We don't have a player like Lemina, Yunus Akgün. We don't, of course, have a player like Osimhen either, but we have physical players at least, but no one is anywhere near Victor Osimhen's level. So it shows that we are depending on those players, and that's pretty normal. 3 of our most important players. And İlkay Gündoğan is not in form. I'm not trying to say that he was horrible. Yes, he was very bad in this game. But he's not in form yet. We saw that against Gençlerbirliği. That yes, when İlkay Gündoğan came in, he scored a goal. But it wasn't the İlkay Gündoğan we are used to. He still struggled with the tempo and so on. Today he struggled a lot with the tempo. He got tired very quickly and did some weird choices with the ball as well. Yeah. Arda Unya got sent off. He needs to learn as well, and Arda Unya is still very, very, very young. I love he's never afraid to tackle, to take responsibility, to try to pass the passes that breaks through the lines. But sometimes, and it's normal because he's so young, he still needs to learn, but he needs to learn to take more control in the sense that he doesn't need to play that through ball all the time. He doesn't need to win that ball all the time. But I have big hopes for Arda Unya, so this can happen. He won a lot of 50-50s again, but yeah, Salah struggled a lot as a fullback, I think. Leroy Sané again did some great dribbles, but plays too much for himself, I think. People will say that yeah, he doesn't get help. I saw someone talked about that, that he doesn't get enough help, but it doesn't mean that he should always dribble and try to do those very difficult things for himself all the time. Sometimes you can just play it in the middle and wait, and turn the play, for example. Gabriel Sara also, please, sometimes when Gabriel Sara does that, he do it well, but to turn his body when he gets the ball from the left side, that ball will keep being on that left side because he doesn't turn. The very best central midfielders know when to turn, when to play back on that side, when to turn up and open up the play. But Gabriel Sara struggles a lot there. He played a bit lower on the field in the second half and I think he did okay. And yeah, Mauro Icardi had a chance in the first half where Abdulkarim headed it behind him into Mauro Icardi. I expected him to score from that position. That's Mauro Icardi, you know. But everyone can miss as well. And yeah, Gabriel, as we said, Gabriel Sara had a crazy shot on the post. Royal Union as well. They were dangerous on set pieces. We knew that. They had one on the post as well. Where Gabriel Sara shot on the post, he could have played to Barış Alper also. He would have been alone with the goalkeeper if he had passed it to Barış Alper there. But instead, you know, we can't say anything when he hit the post. But again, Gabriel Sara should have seen that Barış Alper was totally open there. So yeah, I'm just so angry because this Royal Union team, they're not, I don't think they're even better than Ajax or Bodø/Glimt. Yet this is the team that we are losing against, and that's so fucking, and at home as well. Ajax away or Royal Union at home. Ajax is a more difficult team, but again, then we had Singo, Lemina, and Osimhen. They are so important in this team. So, as you see here, it's our 11. It's not that bad, the 11. So, but again, Jakobs got injured early. It was like players like İlkay Gündoğan. İlkay Gündoğan would have been so important to have a good game in this match, but he's not in form whatsoever. As we saw, he struggled so much. So yeah, I'm just sad. Fuck's sake, to lose against this team. Again, in the first half, we only had possession on our own half. We struggled so hard to get the possession on their half and make any dangerous situations. It either came from, you know, Gabriel Sara when he shot, that came from that we won the ball high up on the pitch with İlkay Gündoğan, or when Barış Alper went inside and tried to shoot, or from set pieces. That was it. And that's something that I'm disappointed with, because I expected more, especially from this team, that Lucas Torreira, Gabriel Sara, and İlkay Gündoğan could have combined more in the midfield and own that midfield with their feet, but they struggled to do that. In the first half, I think the only player in the midfield, or only player on the pitch who was good enough, was Lucas Torreira. Hello, Mele. Let me read your message. Terrible, terrible squad management. You send away Cuesta plus Nelson and get no replacement. You send away Batshuayi plus Morata, no replacement. No backup wingers, no replacement for Mertens. Yeah, I agree with you, Melly. It's before the season, we don't have a deep squad in that sense. Because as you're saying, we have so many open spaces there. Like, for example, our center backs. I said this, and our wingers. You can't have three wingers. And when Yunus Akgün is injury prone, you have one odd. When Yunus Akgün is injury prone, Singo is injury prone, Lemina is injury prone, Jakobs is injury prone. Yet you have a replacement in left back, with Eren Elmalı. But other than that, you don't really have a backup for Singo. You have Salai, but if Singo is getting injured and Yunus Akgün is getting injured, then Salai needs to play in one of those positions. So, and I said this before the season, we can't count on players like Kaan Ayhan, Berkan Kutlu. I remember people said then that, yeah, but they can play. No. Kaan Ayhan is not good enough anymore. We saw that in the last season as well. Berkan Kutlu is not good enough. Yusuf Demir. Also, he didn't play any minutes last season. Why should we suddenly trust him? Ahmed Kutucu, we saw that last season. Arda Ünya is so young, he should have been loaned out. He needs to play. He needs playing time. Arda Ünya as well. Only there you have 5 players who is not good enough for Galatasaray yet. Metahan Baltacu, 6. Which is in the senior squad, which is on the bench almost all the time. I probably have forgotten some players. But you have 6 players that Okanoja won't trust against the last place in the Super League. Trust me, he wouldn't put them on. So, yeah, I agree with you. And no replacement for Mertens. İlkay Gündogan is not a Mertens player. For sure. And then we are ending up with this team. So, let's see here. Our bench is 2 goalkeepers. Batuhan and Gunnar Güvenç. Ahmet Kutucu, Yusuf Karaman, Ege Araç, Eyüp Karasu, Furkan Koçak, Çağrı Balta, Arda Ünyay. From the outfield players, how many minutes have these players played this season? Fuck's sake. Let me see, Melly. We will get ran over in Fenerbahçe. Okan could have done a little favor by subbing out Torreira and others today in an already dead game, but it will be tough. But Melly, the luckily thing is that the Fener game is in 6 days, so yeah, but we don't have a right back there. Who is going to play right back? Is it Arda Ünya? Should we play with 3 in the back with Lemina, Sanchez, and Abdulkerim? But then I don't know. Is Lemina back before that game? I don't know. Yeah, this is it's 2 goalkeepers there. Look at this bench, man. It's incredible. As you're saying, sending out, for example, no replacement for Cuesta or Nelson. It's too many players in our squad that can play in many positions. That's why our squad has a bit depth. Because Salah can play as a right back and as a winger. because Singo can play as a center back and a right back, because Eden Elmalu can play as a left back and a winger, because Barış Alper can play anywhere on the pitch. But other than that, we don't really have that depth in the squad. It's again, we have too much players that's only on the bench and are not trusted to play whatsoever. So I'm just disappointed, man. We should have gone for at least a draw. Would have been, again, not good enough there either, but it would have been something. I'm disappointed because our 11 was not that bad. So let me see. Yeah, I totally agree, Melly. It's the people who run this club is, and all the time, look now, Melly, we need 4 signings in the winter. All the time we need signings. Of course, every team wants to sign players, but not like we need like 5 players in the winter. Again, we used 150 million euros in the summer transfer, yet we need more players. It's for me just incredible that how we end up in this situation. I agree with you, Melly, but at the same time we are very, I'm not sure, is it unluck? Is it how we train? Because to get so many injuries at the same time, and it's players that are in same positions, and then there's the fucking ban with their betting thing, which I think is another incredible thing by TFF to have this betting thing. Eden Elmalu played for almost 5 years ago, and they're banning these types of players. You are naming out players who didn't even play. This TFF is so amateur, man. They should also fuck off as well. I'm so tired of this. Who is running this Turkish football also? This TFF president should have... fuck him as well, man. He's so amateur. It's... I think it's just... As you are saying, the Fener game will be so difficult. And Ilkay Gundogan is not in form either. So what do you think about the game, Ellie? Like in general, what do you think about the players? How do you think they perform? I said it early in the video that I think Ilkay Gundogan played a very bad game, but he's just came back from injury and he's 35 years old. Torreira, I think, played a fantastic game. He was good with the ball. He was good to win the second balls. And we struggle a lot to have established play in Royal Union's half. We always had it on our own half, especially before Royal Union got their goal. I also think the referee was incredibly bad, man. This referee was... Their striker, I don't want to blame the referee too much, but their striker who scored, Promise David, should have been sent off for the second yellow card, in my eyes. And he stopped the play so many times when it was unnecessary and just destroyed our team's rhythm, if we had any rhythm. But yeah, So I'm just, I'm just this game and at home as well. It could have been so important to just get 1 point. Yeah, but the Melod, yeah, I agree. In Okan Hoxha's career at Galatasaray as a manager, our identity was high pressure. But again, with players like Icardi, Ilkay Gundogan, Gabriel Sara, Leroy Sané, even as Salah as a right back. Salah as a winger is good in the high pressure, I think, but in the high pressure as a right back, as a defender, he's not the best there. So we have like 5 players who doesn't suit that identity. If you have 1 or 2 players who doesn't really suit that identity, yet you can still survive that. But when you have 5 players, the major is 50% of the team who doesn't suit the high pressure. Therefore, I think like it was so easy for Royal Union to have possession. And we didn't see that clearly, for example, against Gençlerbirliği, because they have no intention whatsoever to play out. So we didn't see that Icardi still struggling in the pressure, that Ilkay Gundogan still struggling in the pressure, that Gabriel Sara is not that player in the pressure, because they had they didn't want to play whatsoever. But creds to Royal Union that they've actually wanted to they knew that we are a team that won't go low on the field. Therefore, they waited us to come up in the pressure and then played behind our defense, especially on our left side, behind Abdul Kerim and Jakobs. So, but I totally agree with you. That identity was, but that's because of the players who played today as well, I think. When you're missing Lemina, Osimhen, Singo, players who are very physical in that pressure, then it's something else. Also Yunus Akgün as well, because he's so quick on the small, in the, what can I say, like in the small areas. Yunus Akgün, he is also good in the high pressure. But yeah, we're missing like 4. Yunus Akgün, he's also so important because we don't have really a replacement for Lemina, Yunus Akgün, or Osimhen. Even Singo, we don't have other right backs. As you said, we don't. Our squad is so weird. So yeah, I'm just I just can't get over that referee either, man. It's, again, we played bad, but the fucking referee destroyed this game for me. A player who is on the sideline, walking on the field, laying down. A normal referee would have said to that player, come up, you just got treatment and you are laying down again. And then, in another situation, he still lays down. And then the referee is stopping the fucking game. Are you kidding with me? Yeah, for me, it's some momentums in the game you can have. And yeah, I think he destroyed that. And Jakobs, is he ready for the derby? Will Lemina be ready? Will Osimhen be ready? Singo is out for a month, I think. Yeah, he was. The referee was terrible. I never seen a referee blow the whistle so much, man. I thought we had seen it all in Turkey, but let me see. Why did we stop loaning players? Because I think, Melly, I think because we thought that, I'm not sure what the management thought when we have like 4 or 5 players who I mentioned earlier, like Ahmet Kutucu, Yusuf Demir, Khan, Berkan. I'm not sure that they thought that the squad was enough because we had players like that. I don't know. I can maybe understand Khan Ayhan, that he's in the squad because, he's a national team player, he's important in the dressing room, but the other players, they are just not Galatasaray players in my eyes anymore. I'm sad about Berkan Kutlu as well because I liked Berkan Kutlu's mindset and everything, but he has lost it as well. I don't know why we didn't loan more players, to be honest. It's also it's the rules and everything, the Champions League rules, the under 2000, what was it, 2000, you need to be born in 2003 or younger to have that other foreign player. We have not even filled our foreign players. We sent out Jelert. Yes, he doesn't play at Southampton either, but we didn't even get a replacement for him either. I'm not saying that Jelert was good or anything, but we have not filled up that 2003 or younger position either. We have one player, that's Yusuf Demir, and you can count Yusuf Demir as a player we doesn't have either, because we don't use them, and they are clearly not good enough for Galatasaray. So yeah, and I don't agree that yes, Icardi didn't play good, but Icardi is not a player who can create things from nothing. How can a player, I'm not trying to defend Icardi either because I don't think he's in form, but how can a player like Icardi create anything when we have possession with Davinson Sanchez and Abdul Karim on our 5 meter, on our 16s? How can a player like Icardi create anything from that? I'm not saying that Icardi played fantastic. No, he was weak. Of course he was weak. But I'm so tired that last week against Gençler Birliği, people were like, I'm not saying you, Meli, or others, but like when I follow the Turkish media, which is, I shouldn't follow them either, but anyway, when they are saying like, Mauri Icardi is back after the Gençler Birliği game. Did we see him against a team that wanted to play a bit possession? No. It's just, people are just like always trying to get some scapegoats and always trying to make some heroes. So yeah, I'm just trying to see if it's something from the press conference or anything. Ilkay Gündoğan said a very big derby awaits us on Monday. We need to deliver a much better performance. there. Of course, that game will be so difficult because from what I have seen from Fenerbahce, I don't think they have played so. Yes, they have won. They have a very good run at the moment, and they have much confidence. But I don't think they are playing fantastic. But I'm not trying to say that it will be an easy game, because it will not. It will be a very, very difficult game. But it's not an impossible game either. But the team needs to step up so much. So this game today would have been so important to get something out of it. A point, maybe 1 point, a draw, with the confidence against Fenerbahce. Now we're losing this, and the confidence will probably go down. But again, maybe they will get more motivation. I don't know. So and it's 6 days until the game against Fenerbahce, as I said. So I hope Osimhen will be ready for that game. But yeah, I'm just sad, man. This is destroying my day. So no, it's maybe we're going to loan players in the winter window, Melly, because it's much more difficult to get players in the winter anyway. Remember in the previous winter transfer window, we got Frankowski, Cuesta, Ahmed Kutucu. Have I forgotten someone? Did we get Murata as well? Yes, we got Murata on loan in the previous winter window. So it's always difficult to sign players in the winter, but yeah, it's just, I don't know why we didn't play like. I know that when we needed a goal, for example, Royal Union will go low on the field, but like the last 15 minutes, we started to take a bit more risk. Unfortunately, this game, I felt like, yes, we were going to finish this game with 11 players, so we need to play so controlled that all of the 11 players can be on the pitch for 90 minutes, that they can hold on for 90 minutes. Therefore, we didn't take any risks with the ball. Not only with the ball, we didn't attack with many players in the box. Melly, as you said, like Galatasaray's identity to attack, to be high on the pitch, to go in the high intense pressure. No, today it was like everything was just 50%. In the pressure, it was like, yeah, we need to do it controlled. Of course, against Liverpool, we had the controlled pressure. But it was high control pressure. Today, it was all over the place. We tried to keep possession, but we was low on the field. Everything just looked like we were just trying to hold on for 90 minutes with the same team, because we didn't have a bench. I get that, but to have that mindset, you will be so careful that it will really hurt you, and it will be so easy, as we saw for Royal Union, to defend. I'm not sure if we're going to go for Lookman. He is, how old is he? Is he 27? I really think it depends on how expensive he will be. Do you hope we are going for... He's 28 years old, Lookman. Do you hope we are going for him, Melly? Because I think everything depends on the price. If maybe he's worth 40 million euros, if that's his price tag. But I think it's a bit expensive for a 28 years old player. I think we need to get a squad that is a bit younger, to be honest. I think we need a central midfielder who is a bit like Lemina in the sense that he's defensive, he's physical, he can win those aerial duels. He can destroy a midfielder line, for example, who is, I'm probably talking about the world's best midfielder, but a player that is a bit similar to Lemina, but is much younger. Sorry. For 20, 30 millions max, sure, yeah. I think like 20, maybe 20, 25, 30 for Lookman. Yes, of course, he's an incredible player. But to go for 40, 50 million euros for a player who's 28 years old, he will be good, of course, but we need to make our squad younger for sure. But we'd rather spend it on good rotation players and some young talents. I totally agree, because our 11 is not that bad. We have 12, 13 good players, 14 maybe okay players. But again, it's not deep enough, the squad, I think. We really need better rotation players. We need a right back in the rotation. We need a central midfielder like Lemina type, I think. We need a winger. We maybe need we need a center back also. How many players is that? It's just insane. So as you said earlier, Melly, that like the squad management, it's been so weak, and it's the same management for it's in 4 years now. Yet we have so many spots that are not good enough. So and this is always the same scenario. And that's so insane, man. Yeah, it's each position. The only position maybe is left back, but even there, it's like, how much can you trust Jakobs because he's injury prone? Eden Elmali, will he come back? So yeah, center back, right back, midfielder, and even a 10. Even a 10, we have forgotten that. A 10 maybe like Merites, who's good in the pressure, who's good in the tight spaces. That's another thing. We have one player who is very, very, very good in tight spaces, I think, and that's Yunus Akgün. Of course, Ilkay Gündoğan is a technical player, but he's not a Mertens type. He's more a midfielder. He has played central midfielders for 20 years. He has never been that Mertens forward / attacking midfielder. So we need also a player who is good in the tight spaces. We need so much, man. It's just yeah. I just hope, I don't know, in the Champions League now, it's going to be so difficult, man, because in the Champions League, this is the squad we are going to use in the rest of the games. You can't switch that. We are facing Monaco. I'm looking now. Monaco, Atletico Madrid. Monaco away, Atletico Madrid at home, and Manchester City. We need at least 3 points. We can't be that. We can't go for the 8th place, We need to be realistic, I think. we need to go for top 24. That's it in my eyes. After the Liverpool game, people talked about top 8, and we are especially after Ajax game. Maybe I said it as well, but we need to take one step at a time. So therefore, I think, yeah, we need to have a better squad. It's for sure a deeper squad. What do you think about the Ederson situation, Melly? Do you think he will get suspended or against us? Because it happened with Mauro Icardi, that he got suspended when the same thing happened. And I think the picture is much clearer on the Ederson. So if he's not getting punished for that, I don't know anything. So, but if I know this football federation, Turkish football federation, I don't think they will do a shit. Yeah. But this, TFF, man, they would not do a thing, I think. They won't do anything. This football federation, I didn't think it would be worse than the previous ones. But I think this president is the worst I have seen in my life. The way he talks, the way he's trying to defend himself, trying to show that he's a king, and his ego and everything. Let me see what Okan Hoxha said. I'm reading it on Reddit. Okan Hoxha said there was a red card that should have been given from a second yellow card the referee didn't give to the opponent. It's a big mistake. There's already a very big issue with referees in Spain. We saw this today as well. He stopped the game 3-4 times while we were attacking. Yeah, it's like the thing we said. It's a clear second yellow card. How he is not seeing that? Man, I cursed so much on that referee. He destroyed this game so much. It was so easy for him to give the second yellow to Arda Unyay. Yet to give it to Promise David. And he is the man who is scoring. It's just... On the goal we conceded as well, Ilkay Gundogan didn't follow his man behind his back, I think. I'm disappointed with Ilkay, but I understand it because... Yeah, has been out for long, and he's old. Did you buy that retro jersey, Melly? It got sold out so quickly. I saw it. I was ready to buy it, but I didn't do it. I'm so stupid, man. And what do you think about Leroy Sané, Melly, in this game? Yeah, the black is also great. I have a similar black jersey from 2 or 3 years ago. You remember that? The limited edition? It looked similar to this one, the fourth jersey, if it's that you are talking about. Let me see if I find it. I have it in my... let me see. But that was not Puma. I think that was Nike, to be honest. I have it. I can show it next time, but let me see if I find it here. No, I couldn't find it. You probably remember it. It was almost the same, I think. That limit. Yeah, this one. You remember this one? Let's see. I think it's kind of similar to the new one who just came out. Yeah, like this. But yeah, the new one is probably a bit more beautiful, I think, because with the Turkish, it's a lion there as well. Yeah, the new one is pretty insane, man, with the lion and everything. Yeah, from the earthquake. Yes, you are correct. I think they used it in one game. Was it against Kasımpaşa maybe? Yeah, where Zaniolo scored, I think. Yeah, you are correct, man. Yeah, I bought that one. I think that was nice as well. But this one that you said was, yeah, with the lion, man, and the Turkish logo there. This is insane as well. I'm waiting for the retro jerseys, man. It looked like it was good quality as well, and but if you are planning to buy these retro jerseys when they are coming back, just be sure to search a bit on the size, because I think they are saying it is oversized. I usually like to buy a bit bigger, like large, for example, but I think medium for me, maybe it's good enough on this jersey. So yeah, it's much to buy on Galatasaray store at the moment. I'm missing those hoodies as well. It was like hoodies and what do you call it? Sweater? No, I don't know. Are they sweater, Mike? Sweater? That's a sweater. Yeah, I'm missing those Galatasaray, for example, with Osimhen taking like bicycle kick and Icardi. If you remember those hoodies as well. I don't think they're at Galatasaray store right now. Oh yeah, fuck's sake, man. I'm just trying to see if the team or anything are talking or in the press conference. Yeah. They were incredible also, but I don't find them right now. Let me see. Yeah. So in 9 days we got, no, 8 days. Samsung, Fener, and Monaco. I think that's a bit big words, but I think that will define our season, to be honest. And you know, our squad with players like Singo, Lemina, Osimhen, even Davinson Sanchez, Jakobs, they can't play, these so intense games, 3 games at a row, I think. It's going to be so difficult. Therefore, you need to rotate with, against Samsungspor maybe in the Samsung game, Osimhen shouldn't play, or I don't know, but with these kind of players, they don't have the body to play 3 games, 3 intense games in so few days. So Okan Hoxha needs to rotate, especially in the Samsung game, I think. But these games, I think I'm talking a bit big now, but I think these games will define our season. Because if we are, I don't know, the world would not end if we are losing against Fenerbahce. But it will hurt us a lot, of course. But only, we're playing against Monaco away, 9th December. 13th December, we are playing against Antalyaspor away as well. This season we have played shit away, to be honest. Against Kocaelispor, against Alanyaspor. Against, let me see, the Başakşehir game away. We have been weak this season away, I think. Yes, we have got some results, but for example, Alanya, Başakşehir, Kocaelispor. It's Antalya away as well will be tough. Especially when you're playing away in the Champions League and then going away in the league. Let me see. We are facing Fenerbahce, Samsunspor, Monaco, Antalyaspor, Kasımpaşa at home. And then there's a break until January 5. Then we are facing Trabzonspor in the Super Cup. So it is some really intense games. And it will probably be, the Kocaeli game as well did hurt us a lot. So fuck, man. And to lose against Royal Union, how they wasted the time, the referee and everything, man. I was so pissed. I was so pissed to lose against a team like this. Sorry, but I was. And against a team that is so. Player for player, we have a much stronger team. Even our 11 is much stronger than theirs. Yet we struggled so much. Oh my God. I'm not sure if it's something more you want to point out, Melly, before I'm wrapping it up. So I'm just, we need to still keep our heads up. It's a long season. Right now it looks dark, losing this game, facing Fenerbahce away, all of these injuries, but we know that the season can change quickly. It's 1 or 2 games and it can change straight away and we can get momentum again. But we need to keep our heads up at least. So because it's a long season. But again, the management and how we are planned this squad, it's ridiculous, as you said. It's incredible to do the same mistakes all over again. So let me see if it's... Yeah. I think that was it, guys. And thanks for watching. Melly, nice to see you again. Please hit the like button if you like this video. And subscribe if you haven't, if you're watching this video. And hope to see you soon, guys. Bye.